What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to G Money Takes, where we analyze and talk about all things NBA, all things basketball. My name is Gregory, and we have another game breakdown. Last night we had some crazy action within the in-season tournament. We had the Indiana Pacers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in Philadelphia, and man, this was the game of the night. We had a lot of great games last night, but this game was definitely the game of the night for a number of reasons. We had 5 players who had outstanding performances, and there's one player in particular that truly stood out last night within this game. And that player is the 23-year-old point guard in Indiana, Tyrese Haliburton. But let's get right into the video and let's analyze this game. Now, the Pacers did go on to win this game with a final score of 132 to 126. But despite the loss, Philadelphia played a really outstanding game, with big performances from Joel Embiid, who put up 39 points and 12 rebounds. You had Tyrese Maxey putting up 27 points. And you also surprisingly had D'Anthony Melton really step up tonight and put up 30 points. And you also had Tobias Harris, who dropped 22 points as well. But the story for tonight was Tyrese Haliburton, putting up 33 points and 15 assists. And Obi Toppin also stepped up for the Pacers as well, putting up 27 points, missing 3 shots all game, shooting 12 for 15 throughout this whole game. But what really made the difference tonight for Indiana was Tyrese Haliburton getting his teammates involved, and his 15 assists throughout this game really showed. He also put up 15 assists without having a single turnover in this game, and he's the first ever NBA player to have 32 assists within a span of 2 games, and not only that, but have 32 assists in a span of 2 games, while having 0 turnovers for both of those games, where he had 17 assists against his last matchup in Philly, and in his most recent matchup against Philly, he put up 15 assists. That's just beyond incredible, especially for a young and talented guard like Tyrese Haliburton, who really has a really good feel for the game. He knows when to pass the ball. He knows when to make a play. He knows when to score. He can read screens really well. He can read the pick and roll really well. He's a great guard with a very high IQ. He can also shoot the 3-ball. He did have 7 threes in this game, so that should speak for itself. Now, Indiana's star point guard Tyrese Haliburton is currently averaging 24 points a game, along with 12 assists a game, also shooting 53% from the field. He is proven to be a very efficient scorer, and he only averages 2 turnovers, along with 12 assists. So that's pretty good. It shows that his turnover ratio is not high, compared to a lot of other players who can also have a high number of assists, but their turnover ratio is pretty high. Because it's a very hard thing to do, especially amongst point guards in today's NBA, to be able to average a high number of assists, but then also be able to average a very small number of turnovers. And that's what makes Tyrese Haliburton stand out amongst other point guards in the NBA today. And it really is helping the Pacers this season, because they're off to a really good start. Now, the Pacers are currently 7-4 this season, and they currently hold the number 3 spot in the Eastern Conference. And the Celtics won today, so that moves Philly down to the number 2 spot after their number 1. And back-to-back losses from the Pacers and the Celtics tonight has bumped them down to number 2 with a record of 8-3. I believe that the only factor that gave the 76ers the loss in this game was the fact that it took Tyrese Maxey a pretty long time to get into his rhythm. And it shows in his field goal percentage tonight, and he only shot 9 of 23 from the field. Still putting up 27 points, which is obviously a great amount of points to score. But if you watch the game, you will notice that Maxey really scored a majority of his points towards the end of the game, where the 76ers came back. Because the Pacers had a pretty nice lead in this game until Maxey kind of turned it on later at the end. They also have guys like D'Anthony Melton, Joel Embiid, and Tobias Harris, who are contributing to the Sixers' offense as well, and their defense as well. But then you have guys like Tyrese Haliburton, who's scoring the ball. He's getting his teammates involved. You have guys like Obi Toppin, who only missed 3 shots for this whole game, putting up 27 points. And then there's so many factors that went into the Pacers win tonight. And when there's so many factors when a team is playing as good as this Pacers team played tonight, you can't really afford to have your second best player turning it on at the end, especially when you play a team like Indiana, who's having a very great season, who really improved a lot from last year. Indiana really did improve a lot with adding Bruce Brown and Obi Toppin to the mix. and it's really showing in their impressive start to the season. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and comment your opinions about what I had to say in this video, and comment your thoughts and reactions to this game, and especially Tyrese Haliburton's amazing performance. Until next time, peace.